Hey there guys, my name is Beverly Reynolds and I'm going to be teaching you guys about essential oils safety. How to use essential oils in a safe manner. I'm going to give everybody just a few minutes to come in the door. I am doing both a live feed via Facebook as well as an in-person classroom as well. So if you don't want to be on the live feed, then just kind of sit there quietly and we'll kind of go from there. But I'm going to give everybody about a minute or so to kind of come in yet, and then we'll kind of go from there. Shh, be quiet, okay? It's okay. All right, I'm going to let everybody kind of filter in here, and I'm going to go ahead and get started. Some of you already know who I am. My name is Beverly Reynolds, and I am not only a Young Living essential oil distributor, but I'm also a mother to a little energetic 9-year-old little boy. And on top of that, I am an author and illustrator of a kid's book and a couple other adult learning books as well. So, let me tell you, or start by telling you about my essential oils journey first of all. What got me to this point? What has gotten me so excited about a grouping of products that I want to share them with you today? So, first of all, my journey with essential oils began 4 years ago. I began as a consumer, just like many of you. Some of you have already joined my team. And my mother was the one who introduced me to essential oils. And you know how it is when your mother says, you know, there's this great product, it is cool, it benefits the body, it can benefit almost every cell of the body, and it's natural, and there's no toxins, and it's just, well, cool. All you hear in that as a daughter, oftentimes, is the word cool. Only if it's your mother, a lot of times you might think it's not so cool. Well, fast forward that, about 4 years later, to today, it's 4.5 years later, about 4 years into it, back in January, I was laid off from my full-time job in IT. Now, why that's important is it was the first time that I looked at my life and said, you know what? I need to do something that I am really, really passionate about. So I started looking around me and thinking about things that I'm really excited and very passionate about. And what I had in front of me was essential oils, much like what I have right in front of me. You can see here I've got the premium starter kit, so you guys can see that here. And that's just one of the ways that you can get into essential oils and living a toxin-free life. So now, when I was laid off, I looked at the things that I had around me and I said, Young Living is something I'm already excited in, and it's something that is duplicatable and I can tell my friends about. Much the same if you are to go to a movie. You go to the theater, you watch a movie, and you get excited about it. You want to tell all your friends. It's much the same circumstances here as well. So, that brings me to my Young Living journey. I was already using the products for 4 years, and suddenly my mom became a lot cooler, at least in my mind. Little beknownst to me at the time, my mother was right. I would find love and passion in a company that believes in wellness, purpose, and abundance. Young Living is also a company that not only provides essential oils, but has about 500 products, many of which are infused with essential oils. You can also swap out your cleaning products, your beauty products, and so forth. In fact, if you look underneath your sink, you're going to find, if you flip over that bottle of cleaner, regardless of the brand, you're probably going to find that if you read the ingredients, or try to, that you might not understand some of the things that you're reading about. So Young Living is a company that I feel very comfortable talking about because it's something that is a toxin-free choice, and you can use Young Living products, whether it's flat out essential oils or a cleaning product, a toothpaste, shampoo. Something else to think about, I mentioned the products that are underneath your sink and swapping those out for a toxin-free choice. You also have makeup. You can choose the makeup and choose a toxin-free choice there as well. In fact, Young Living just came out with a mascara that is infused with essential oil, lavender in fact. So if we go back to that toxin-free living idea, think back to your morning commute. In fact, before that, you wake up and maybe the first thing you do is get yourself ready for work. Before breakfast, oftentimes, especially us ladies, right, we are putting on our skin 200 to 300 chemicals into our skin. And remember, our skin is the biggest organ. So everything that you put on your skin, you're actually putting inside your body and inside your skin as well. So what kind of choices are you making on an everyday basis? That is one of the reasons why I love essential oils, and particularly Young Living. So at that, I'm going to go ahead and get started, but I wanted to tell you a little bit about my personal journey and then also why Young Living. So Young Living is a company that not only has essential oils, as you know, they have other products as well, and on top of that, they have what's called a seed to seal process. Now, if I hold up the premium starter kit, you can see, in fact, those of you who are both in the live feed as well as in the chairs as well, you can see the seed to seal logo. And that seed to seal logo is much, much more than just a logo. It tells you the integrity that this company has. A company that started with frugal beginnings in a small farm in Idaho with a homegrown distiller apparatus into a $1 billion annual company that is growing every single year. The seed to seal promise with Young Living says that from the seed in the ground to the seal on the bottle, and in fact, if you see here, if I can pull this out here, you can see the seal on the bottle, and it's always recognizable about the Young Living products, the oils. They are 100% pure therapeutic grade oils, and they are always grown in virgin soil. It's very, very important. Young Living owns a lot of their own farms, and on top of that, they have very rigorous standards from the seed to the seal on the bottle. So now let's talk about what essential oils are. I'm going to go to my presentation. What are essential oils? They are the volatile liquids and natural compounds found in trees, flowers, shrubs, pretty much anything that grows in nature. And those natural growing constituents, organic matter, actually go through a distillation process at the absolute right temperature. So it's really, really important, because if it's not distilled and worked with at the absolute perfect temperature, it loses the benefit to your body. So Young Living has over 25 years of research behind what it is that they are doing and how they are distilling that product. So you can feel good, not just about one shipment, but every single shipment that you have or that you get or that you buy and purchase, you know it's going to be consistent and you know it's going to be at a high quality product. Now, I'm going to flip through a couple of slides here that talk about the timeline of essential oils. You can see that Young Living is a global company that has a very, very large reach. It also has a rich history. Not only does Young Living have a rich history in essential oil production, but essential oils themselves date back many, many years. In fact, you can see here in Mesopotamia in 3500 BC. That's quite a history. That tells me that this is not just a fad. This is not just something that's a fly-by-night practice, nor is Young Living a fly-by-night company either. Groups in China have used these valuable oils as well. Keep in mind that throughout history, they didn't always have a distillation apparatus, but what they did have is nature. In fact, for those of you who are familiar with the Bible, the very first story in Bible or biblical history is the story of Adam and Eve. So Adam and Eve were put into a garden, right? So why did God put Adam and Eve not just in nature, but he put them in the middle of seemingly nowhere, without shelter, without clothing, without furniture, without any of our modern conveniences? Kind of fascinating that God focused on nature just as we do today. You can see that in 1470 BC, these oils were also used in Egypt, and it is said that King Tutankhamun, otherwise known as King Tut, was also buried with some form of essential oil as well. Macedonia in 345 BC, Alexander the Great burned the incense during his youth. In Israel in 0 AD, according to the Bible, this is probably the most prevalent biblical story. So if you think about the Bible and you think about Christmas time, as we're coming up on the holidays, you always hear the story of the Magi, the story of Jesus and his birth, Mary and Joseph, and the 3 wise men coming to him and bringing him gold, frankincense, and myrrh. Frankincense and myrrh are 2 of the biblical oils that we have still today. In Italy, Pliny the Elder, a Roman historian, writes his natural history, which describes the use of herbs and essential oils. If we keep going, Persia in 1000 AD, a physician produced floral essential oils such as rose essence using steam distillation, setting the groundwork of aromatherapy. I could keep going, and I'm going to forward through some of these slides and go back to the main menu, because we want to talk about the essential oils themselves today. So you know that they date back and have a very rich history. They're also very potent. In fact, if I pull out some of the oils that I have in front of me here, I've got my premium starter kit, and in that is a lemon vitality oil. Lemon vitality is, by the label, you can see it's got a white label. In fact, for those of you on the call, you can see it pretty closely. And in your chairs, you can see each of the white labels in my kit here are meant for consumption. There's 3 ways that you can get your oils. You can use them topically on your skin, you can consume the vitality line, and you can diffuse them aromatically in a diffuser. They're also very potent, as you can see from this slide. Now, to make this, the reason why I chose lemon vitality or any type of lemon oil, this happens to be a 5 milliliter bottle with about 80 to 90 drops of oil in it. And the reason why I mentioned that it's very potent is that it only takes 1 or 2 drops. In fact, 1 drop can equal 1 teaspoon of lemon juice. So you can see the potency of it. In fact, if I open this up and I smell it, some of you can smell it here as well. I'm going to go off camera for just a second here. All right. And it takes about 35 lemons to make a 5 milliliter container of oil, a little bottle. So you know about the potency. 100 to 10,000 times more concentrated than herbs themselves. Volatile, quickly changes from a liquid to a gas. And versatile, endless ways to use and apply essential oils. So I already mentioned there's 3 different ways that your body can reap the benefits of these oils. In fact, each of these oils helps support one of the systems of the body. Literally helps every single cell and reaches every single cell literally within seconds. If you have, so I mentioned the 5 milliliter container. If you have a 15 milliliter container, it takes 75 lemons to make up that bottle of oil. So you can see not only does a little bit go a long way, but a lot goes into making that little bottle of oil that you enjoy when you start your toxin-free journey. Excuse me. When you start your toxin-free journey. It also takes 1 pound of raw peppermint to make 1 15 milliliter bottle of peppermint essential oil. Now, yeah, peppermint actually comes in a regular oil line as well as the vitality line. And remember that the vitality line is meant for consumption. So just some quick little facts there. All right, so now I want to talk about essential oil safety, because it's really, really important if you're going to use oils that you use them safely. One of the things I want to talk about is if you're going to use them topically, it's often, especially as you first get started, it's important that you use a carrier oil. So your next question might be, what's a carrier oil anyways? Well, think about an oil that's a little more fatty than an essential oil. Essential oils are very small molecularly. They're a little science fact for you. And your carrier oil could be like coconut oil, jojoba oil. There's a couple others on the market as well, grapeseed oil, just to name a few. And the reason why you want to use a carrier oil when you're using essential oils is that it slows down the absorption into your skin. So that's really, really important. Plus, it eliminates the chance that you will have redness on your skin. Oftentimes, if you buy an oil commercially, whether it's from a convenience store or from a health food store, you might get redness. And that's because your skin may be reacting to the fillers that are in that oil. When you get an oil like Young Living, you're literally getting exactly what you think based on the label on the bottle. So in this case, I'm holding up a lavender oil. Lavender is exactly that. You're getting one ingredient, lavender oil. Contrast that to, remember earlier when I told you to look at your items underneath your kitchen sink and really think about the ingredients that are in that container. All right? So another thing to keep in mind is that if you are using essential oils on children, Young Living has essential oils for both children and babies, as well as men, women, pretty much any age. But particularly if you're putting them on children, it's really, really important that you use a carrier oil first. Slow down that absorption so that it's not quite as strong. Remember that essential oils are very potent by their very nature. I have once again brought out the Lemon Vitality Oil because I wanted to bring out a citrus oil. Whether Vitality or not, I wanted to bring out a citrus oil. Now, if we're talking about essential oil safety, we really want to talk about photosensitivity. Now, I know we're getting into the fall time period, but you may still have some sunny days, especially right here in Texas, and you want to be sure that you are using an oil in a safe manner when you're going outdoors. There are certain oils that literally can burn your skin if applied within 10 to 12 hours of going outside. So you want to do that like in your bath after you've been outside gardening for that entire day. These oils consist of pretty much anything that has citrus in it, lime, lemon, grapefruit, even bergamot as well. So those are just a few of the things to keep in mind when talking about oil safety. Obviously, you want to be careful. There are certain oils that you should or should not use if you are pregnant. And also, just like with kids, you want to make sure that you are using the oil with a carrier oil on somebody that is older. So just a few things to keep in mind. I'm going to go back to a few things of why Young Living. So I talked to you about the safety of oils and what essential oils are. Now, you know that I'm very passionate about Young Living. Young Living has a huge standard called Seed to Seal. And that's very, very important. They have well over 20 years, almost 3 decades of experience. You have to make sure that you trust the company that you're working with. Regardless of who you get your essential oils from or what company or what distributor, you have to be with a company that you trust. Do your research. I always tell people there are lots and lots of resources available to you on the market, on the internet, locally, whatever. Some of those resources could be just an internet site, could be a little flip book, much like this, okay? And I can actually look up in each of the oils that Young Living sells. This happens to be a Young Living book. They make them for various companies. And I can say, okay, I want to find out information about cedarwood. Cedarwood improves appearance of skin, may deter summertime irritants, promotes a calming and relaxing environment, and promotes vitality and mental focus. So those are just a couple of ideas for you to arm yourself with the knowledge that you need to start your toxin-free journey. Now, make sure that you go with a company that you trust. There are no standards for essential oils on the market today. So a lot of your companies that you find essential oils from can label their essential oils as 100% pure therapeutic grade oil. Well, sometimes even organic options have fillers in them. Be sure that you're going with a company that you trust and you know the process of their testing. One of the other things that I love about this particular company is that I can actually go to the farms, whether in Utah or pretty much anywhere throughout the country and or the world, and I can walk up to any of the employees, ask them questions, and find out for myself the process that they go through on an everyday basis. So I think it's really, really important that we understand that. Now, another question that you guys might be asking, whether it's about oil safety or essential oils, is how do I get started? I know that there's lots of resources out there. I know that there are local resources such as myself available to you. But how do I start my toxin-free journey? So let me help you with that, right? So Young Living starts everybody out with an essential oil kit called the Premium Starter Kit. The Premium Starter Kit has 11 essential oils. So now if I pull out my kit here, okay, you can see that these are the 10 default oils of the Premium Starter Kit. You have RC, lavender, purification, frankincense, stress away, thieves, cohiba, digize, peppermint, lemon, and an 11th bonus oil of panaway. So underneath the first layer, you have a second layer. That second layer has product samples in it. It has a rollerball filament to make each of the oil bottles to be a roll-on for topical use. You also have sample bottles that you can hand out to other people, as well as product samples such as Ningxia Red. Ningxia Red has a lot of antioxidants, and it's also a supplement that people take both in the morning or the afternoon. Sometimes some people experience an energy boost, and you can also find that you can put your vitality oils with that drink as well. So now why the Premium Starter Kit? Why start with a Premium Starter Kit at all? So it gives you a lot of versatility. You've got your various oils, and when you become part of my team, I actually teach you how to use each of these oils. Lavender for relaxation, purification to help with outdoor annoyances, stress away to be more of a relaxing thing as well. And of course your vitality line for consumption, lemon I put in my water, and so forth. So the next thing I want to say is that the Premium Starter Kit is your gateway to wholesale pricing. Once you purchase the Premium Starter Kit, you actually get 24% off the retail price. So why is that important? Because every single sale after that is at a discounted price. Plus, if you get yourself on Essential Rewards, which is really the way that we encourage people to do, to swap out all of those ingredients and all of those products under their kitchen table, under their kitchen cabinets, their sink, their bathrooms, their shampoos. Essential Rewards is your way to get discounted pricing, as well as, here's the kicker, you get free oils and loyalty gifts along the way. The longer you're on Essential Rewards, the more gifts and the more generosity that Young Living bestows to you as a thank you for being a part of the company. At that, that's most of the material that I wanted to go through today. I wanted to let you know in summary how to get started with the Premium Starter Kit. You know the benefits of these oils. You know that essential oils can help literally every single system of the human body. When you order the Premium Starter Kit, you go to youngliving.com, you click on Become a Member. Then you put in your enroller and sponsor number. That number is actually going to be, for me, to join my team, is 1681999. And it's on, for those of you who are in my class today, you received a sample packet, and it has that information on it as well. So if you are just beginning your toxin-free journey, it would be an honor for you to bless my team and become a member of my team as well as Young Living. And I'd love to help you on your wellness journey, to be a coach, to be there somebody who can help you reach your goals, to be there as a support system for you as well. At that, I want to thank you for coming to my class. And if you have any questions, I'm going to stop the live recording. And if you have any questions, let me know that. For those of you who are on this call through Facebook Live, I'm going to talk to you for just a second before I let the class go and have questions. If you purchase the Premium Starter Kit, make sure that you mention to me, send me a message, and let me know that you're purchasing the Premium Starter Kit as a result of this call. I will get a notification as soon as you sign up through Young Living, and you will hear from me. I will make a meeting with you either remotely, or if you're local here to Houston, I will actually meet with you. And either way, I'm going to tell you about the Premium Starter Kit that you have just purchased. I'm going to give you a little gift from myself. Obviously, as you heard on the call previous to this, you get 11 oils You get the diffuser of your choice, a product guide, and several samples as well. So mention that you heard that on this call, and I will give you a special gift in addition to all that as well. At that, thank you guys. Thanks for joining my class, and I will take questions. Let me just stop this live recording. And for those of you on the call, thanks for joining me, and have a great day.